Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Klutho, your friendly pediatrician, and today I'm so excited to talk to you about something we all love, getting our kids outside to play. Outdoor time is fantastic for children. It boosts their mood, sparks creativity, keeps them active. But as much as we want our kids to soak up the joys of sunshine, we also need to protect them from the sun's harmful UV rays. Too much sun exposure can lead to painful sunburns now and serious damage later, including things like skin cancer. Don't worry though. I'm here to share some simple, practical ways to keep your kids safe while they enjoy the outdoors and make sun care a family heaven. So as a pediatrician, I've seen how just a little knowledge and a lot of prevention can go a long way to keeping kids healthy. Sun safety is all about balancing fun with protection. I'm going to walk you through the best ways to do that, with tips tailored for every age. Now I know it can feel overwhelming, especially with babies or kids who have sensitive skin, but I promise these strategies are straightforward and effective. So let's dive in. First, let's talk about why sun protection is so important. The sun gives off ultraviolet or UV rays that can damage skin cells. Now for kids whose skin is often extra delicate, this damage can add up over time. It can cause things like painful sunburns, premature aging, and increase the risk for skin cancer, like melanoma, later in life. But here's the good news. We can prevent this with just a few simple habits. Don't worry, sun safety doesn't mean staying indoors. It just means being smart about how we enjoy the sunlight. Now there are many ways to protect kids against sun damage. So let's break it down into 5 key strategies. Think of these like your sun safety toolkit. Sunscreen is your first line of defense, and it is a must for kids over 6 months old. Choose a broad spectrum sunscreen with an SPF 15 or higher. 30 plus is great for long outdoor time. Broad spectrum means it blocks both UVA and UVB rays. Apply it to any area of the skin that may be exposed. And don't forget spots like the ear, back of the neck, top of the feet, places that often get missed. Put sunscreen on at least 15 to 30 minutes before heading outside, and reapply frequently, at least every 2 hours. Now, not all sunscreen is suitable for every child. Pediatricians and dermatologists stress choosing products tailored for your child's skin type, their activity level, and the environmental conditions that your child is under. This helps ensure compliance and effectiveness. Now, for kids with sensitive skin, mineral-based sunscreen truly is the best. Those are going to be sunscreens that have things like zinc oxide or titanium oxide. Look for fragrance-free or hypoallergenic labels on them. They're great and they're effective. Now for active kids, choose sweat or water-resistant sunscreens for those sports or swimming activities. And be sure to reapply a little more frequently, more like every 40 to 80 minutes. Now for children with darker skin tone, even though darker skin burns less easily, it's still vulnerable to the UV damage. So use broad spectrum sunscreen, SPF 30 plus, to prevent that hyperpigmentation and other long-term risks. Next, let's talk about protective clothing. So clothing is an easy barrier against UV rays. Dress your kids in cool, comfortable clothing. Big hats, well, they're an infant's best friend in the sun. Choose a wide brim hat with at least a 3-inch brim to it, or possibly a ball cap. Those work great too. Some clothes have UV protective fabrics with a designated UPF rating to them. They're like sunscreen that you wear. Now I know kids love choosing out their favorite outfits, so make it fun. Let them pick out some bright colors or get them hats with their favorite characters on them. Make it engaging. Next is shade. Now this is a safe haven for sun. Shade is a great protector, especially between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. when those UV rays are the strongest. You can use things like umbrellas, pop-up canopies, or just seek out trees in the park. For strollers, add a canopy, a lightweight blanket. Those provide extra shade. Teach kids to take those shade breaks. It's a great habit, and it also gives them a moment to cool off and recharge. Another important strategy is protecting their eyes and their lips. UV rays can harm eyes too, so get your kids sunglasses that block a majority of those UVA or UVB rays. Make sure they fit snugly so they stay on during playtime. Some kids will resist it at first, but once they see how cool they look, they'll be hooked. The lips are often overlooked, but highly susceptible to UV damage. that can lead to dryness, burns, or even lip cancer over time. So apply broad spectrum SPF lip balm, again 15 or higher, to the children's lips before outdoor activities. Now I recommend choosing kid-friendly, flavorless, or mildly flavored SPF lip balms that avoids licking, and then be sure to reapply frequently, especially after eating or drinking. And lastly, plan the timing of those outdoor activities. On those hot summer days, try to schedule outdoor activities before 10 a.m. or after 4 p.m. to avoid peak UV hours. You can check a UV index on a weather app as it tells you how strong the sun's rays are each day. On those high UV days, double down on protection. This small step, it can make a big difference. Now I want to talk to you about our littlest ones, those babies under 6 months old. Their skin is so sensitive that direct sunlight is a bit more dangerous and more likely to cause sunburns. So be diligent in protecting them from our sun exposure. Keep infants in shade with stroller canopies or those wide brim hats. Dress them in lightweight but long sleeve clothing. And if you can't avoid sun exposure, sunscreen is still safe to apply on those exposed skin. But recommend that you use sensitive mineral-based sunscreens only. Use a small amount, SPF 15 or higher, on those exposed areas like the face or the arms. I also want to address a few specialty cases where you still want to keep sun protection in mind. Even places that are cool or cold, sun damage can still occur, so be cautious. Cloudy days, they can fool you. UV rays still get through, so don't skip sunscreen. Water, sand, snow, and even concrete, they reflect UV rays, making sunburns more likely. In winter, it's another sneaky time. Snow reflects UV rays, and those higher altitudes actually mean that you have stronger sun exposure. So keep up the sun protection for skiing or sledding outside. And if your child is on certain medications, like certain antibiotics or acne treatments, this can make kids more sensitive to developing sunburns. If needing to be on these medications, ask your doctor if they increase sun sensitivity. Oh, and one more thing. To get the most protection while outside, ensure that your children have good hydration and nutrition. This supports their skin health. Healthy skin is more resilient to UV damage. Hydration supports recovery from sun exposure. Certain nutrients may even enhance skin protection. So ensure kids drink water regularly during their outdoor play to prevent dehydration, which can worsen sunburn effects. Include healthy foods in their diet that are rich in antioxidants. That would be things like berries, leafy greens, carrots, and foods that have omega-3 fatty acids in them, like fish or walnuts. This supports skin repair and reduces inflammation from UV exposure. So even with the best of plans, sunburns can still happen. And I know how upsetting it is to see your child in discomfort. If their skin looks red, feels warm, or they're fussy, here's what to do. First, get them out of the sun right away. Cool their skin with a cool, not cold, but a cool compress for about 10 to 15 minutes. Avoid ice, which can actually hurt their delicate skin. Next, apply a fragrance-free moisturizer like an aloe vera gel to soothe their skin. Now, in cases like this, skip petroleum-based products like Vaseline. They might actually trap heat. Keep your kids hydrated with plenty of water. And for pain, you can give ibuprofen or acetaminophen, but follow the dosing instructions and check with your pediatrician if you're unsure. Don't pop any blisters, that can lead to infection. And while the skin heals, usually within 1 to 2 weeks, keep that area of the skin out of the sun. Use clothing or shade first instead of sunscreen alone, which may irritate the healing skin. Now, when should you call your doctor? Well, if your baby is under 1 year old and gets a sunburn, reach out right away. For older kids, contact your pediatrician if the sunburn covers a large area of their skin, is causing blisters, or comes with fever, chills, nausea, or confusion. These could be signs of a more serious illness. Ultimately, the best way to protect your kid against sun damage is by making it a lifelong habit. The best way to keep your kids safe is to make that sun protection a family habit. Start young, teach kids to slather on that sunscreen or grab a hat before heading outside. And parents, you're their biggest role model. When your kids see you using sunscreen or putting on sunglasses, they'll want to copy you. I've seen families turn sun safety into a game, like who can apply the sunscreen the fastest? And these habits stick, protecting your kids now and for years to come. Now let's wrap up with a few key takeaways. Well, first, prevention is critical. Use a combination of sunscreen, protective clothing, shade, or other measures to minimize UV exposure. Tailor strategies to your child's age, with extra caution for those infants under 6 months old. Be environmentally aware. UV rays are present on cloudy days, near reflective surfaces, and in winter. It requires consistent protection. And manage those sunburns when they happen. Treat them promptly with cool compresses, moisturizers, hydration, and vapor leave. Seek medical care for severe cases or if your infant is sunburned. And lastly, make it a lifelong habit. Teach kids sun safety early and model that protective behavior. It reduces long-term skin damage risks. I know you want the best for your children. If you have questions about sun care or anything else, talk to your pediatrician. We're in this together. I'm Dr. Klutho. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this helpful, please share it with someone who would benefit. Let's keep our kids safe and happy in the sunshine.